Obviously this game, great opportunity, rivalry, crowd. I don't think there's a whole lot that needs to be said about this game and what's at stake. I think you guys all know that. You've heard me say this before. You've got to play with that edge, with that relentlessness, but you also got to be able to relax and execute. Okay, it's a team that's got to be able to relax and execute on the ball. Think about the 4 words. I haven't touched on that as much. Okay, 4 words. Confident, consistent, selfless. You got to do whatever it takes to help your teammates out today. Do whatever it takes. This is about the team tonight. All right? And relentless. We're Spartans. We never give up. We never. You have that edge. You have that relentlessness. Know that Michigan's in for 90 minutes of relentless soccer from Michigan State. You do that, you'll have the Big Bear Trophy right back in this locker room, boys. All right? Good luck.
We welcome you to East Lansing, Michigan, where the Big Bear Trophy is on the line between Michigan and number 12, Michigan State. Look, this is the battle for Big Bear. We know it's going to be hot, even though the temperatures are in the 40s. That's what you get when the Wolverines and the Spartans match up. This is the 23rd rendition of this rivalry, the 19th time that that Big Bear Trophy has been on the line. Given away, Hallahan was onside. Left-footed into the box, and Haig comes out to get it with Rosendahl bearing down. Ball from Mertz to Borges. You said he loves to press forward, and Haig makes the save.
Michigan so far through the first 25, 26 minutes has had the better opportunities, better run of play, but Michigan State through DeJuan Jones has showed that they're able to get forward on the counter.
Henry Mashburn is the keeper, and a foul call. DeJuan Jones wanted the goal. Centering ball just at the edge of the 6. Freitag has it go, just wide of the post. Step in front by Makuna into a dangerous spot. And a goal! It's the freshman, Jack Beck.
A big moment for the freshman. Jack Beck scores a big goal, makes it 1-0 moments into the second half. That's a big, big goal in this matchup.
So my dream school has always been MSU. When application time came, my parents were like, well, maybe we should go check out some other schools. And I was like, no, like I'm only applying to MSU and that's it. Like no more applications. I know I want to be here. And so they didn't question me on it. They let me do that. So I was like, if I don't get in, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll try again because I'm not going anywhere else.
Well, it was pretty much the only team that was in our house, and she willingly fell into the fold. She's been a Spartan, had the little cheerleader outfits at a young age.
We've always been season ticket holders, so she's been at the Michigan State games even from a very young age. Women's basketball, men's basketball, football, hockey. She's always been a Spartan.
I grew up in Okemos, Michigan, which is just like 10 minutes down the road from East Lansing. I have 2 older brothers, Noah and Josh, always playing soccer with my brothers in the backyard, you know. They both like shove me around and I had to fight back for myself and everything.
She just wanted to compete and hang as be part of the family. We've been a sport family from day one, and that's all that she wanted to do. When she was on the sidelines, she wanted to be there playing. She just wanted to compete, and that's Paige.
And she loved it. She was probably a 6 or 7 day a week sports girl. And to go from playing sports 6 or 7 days a week to not being able to play at all, it was such a drastic difference.
My family, we would go out west skiing all the time, and I fell going down a hill. I had a helmet on and everything, but I complained of some headaches after the fact, and my dad took me to get a CAT scan just to make sure everything was okay with my brain. There's no brain bleed or anything, and they found a cyst.
So we watched it for quite a few MRIs. Second annual one, when we went in and kind of expected it to be the same diagnosis, everything's fine. And they came back with, okay, now it's changed and it needs to come out.
I had brain surgery to remove that, and then Didn't think anything of it, thought in the next month I could be back training for soccer again. But we got a call a week later from the doctors, and they said the prognosis of the brain tumor was cancerous.
Hardest thing I've ever done, to watch your child hurt and have to go through not just a one-day event, but what turned out to be a 54-week treatment, and then all the repercussions of treatment thereafter.
Once I got back home and started doing chemotherapy, my immune system was too low to actually go to school. And so at that point, I was like, I just want to be like a normal 6th grade girl who just goes to school and watches football on the weekends, plays in her own athletic events.
I just saw a willingness to compete and a willingness to say, this is my opponent right now. And she didn't want to give anything up. She never once said, why couldn't it have been somebody else? She just took on it as, that's my opponent, and we're gonna fight this, and we're gonna get through it.
Going to school as a 12-year-old bald and saying, you know what, I'm not gonna put a hat on, I'm just gonna be tough. There's not too many girls at 12 years old that will go to school and say that. Just countless times where she did things where my husband and I said, boy, she's pulling us through, we're not pulling her through. Once people heard Paige was sick and they knew what an athlete she was, we had people coming back to us saying, you have to get a hold of Friends of Jacqueline and get her set up with a college team. Well, my husband at that point said, well, Michigan State is her team and that they're right in our backyard, so let's reach out and see if they would help her.
We said, wear some green, we're gonna go take some pictures by Magic Johnson's statue, and then we ultimately got taken out to practice.
I just was there, and I was just amazed at how big these players were, and then Coach Manny comes over, and he's just like a big grandpa, and he just takes me in. He was so loving, and then Coach D and everyone, and they had me do the Spartan Jacks with them at the end of their practice.
I just lost my father. I was back for the morning practice. I saw her, and she said hi, and I said, come on, walk with me out here. So I walked her right out in the middle of the field as the players were running by, and it was just her and I. It's like a little angel was there, waiting for me.
It was easy to see that, she was going through something very, very difficult, very challenging. But the one thing I also did notice was a smile on her face, and it was constant. And I know we all felt this as a staff and as the players on the team as well, was that, we were going to embrace this little girl, and we were going to do everything we could, to bring her into the family.
Loves to go 1v1. Borges steps forward, draws the foul called on Mutatu.
I'm not sure how that was a foul.
I'm with you, and it sets up a chance for the Wolverines. It's Swike. Knocked down. Ibari is there, and it's poked in. He got the trophy going. Here's DeJuan Jones, scored the winner last year. Swung over to the freshman Mutatu, trying to get around Borges. It goes all the way through the 6. And we will head to overtime in East Lansing.
Let's get the ball in their end and get in.
Callahan has come all the way back. No foul called on Beck. Played forward. Is it poked forward ahead by Jones? Foul is called. Mutatu went tumbling. So it's a 5th yellow card in this match. 4 of them to Michigan. Michigan State has a free kick opportunity in an excellent spot here.
The hand is pretty high up.
After 110 hard-fought minutes in this outstanding rivalry. Final score tonight, Michigan and Michigan State played to a 1-1 draw.
You guys should feel proud about how you represented in this environment. It wasn't the exact way, but I know all 4,000 people, whoever was in the stands there, are saying, man, that's one darn good Michigan State team, and you represented our school and athletic department great. So I'm proud of you guys. This is the time we want to start playing. This is a great matchup for us to test us in all parts of the field, and so we'll get better from this, and then we'll be ready to make a run here, all right? Proud of you guys. Well done. Well done.
boys. Go State on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go State!
We want to help the students get ready for today's game with countdown to kickoff.
They helped me like never give up and to keep on fighting your fight, and they just showed me courage and what it's like to be a good human being and to interact with people even though you're not getting paid for this, but you're gonna form a relationship with someone else. When they would know my name, I was like, oh my gosh, these people know my name.
It became obvious the very first day that this wasn't about a photo op, or this wasn't a 1 minute, we're gonna make this girl's day, you know, just all gather around her. They just wanted to do more than what they could for her, and that connection, it was served both ways. Paige wanted to do everything she could for them, and they wanted to do everything they could for her, and it was a win-win on both fronts.
There's no question that she inspired our guys with her attitude, her outlook, the way she carried herself, the way she presented herself, and everything that she was going through in such a positive light. You just drew strength from that. And I know our players did. Our players drew strength from that.
Coach Minnie definitely helped me get back to my strength in order to play soccer and basketball at the time. I would be in the weight room with him doing planks or whatever, and I remember Max Bull was there, and he's like, I'll do a plank with you. And then he's like, Coach Mann's like, look, Max is gonna cheat, and you don't do that. So he just always, I don't know, kept me upbeat about everything and encouraging me that I could get that strength back.
He just knew how to push her the right way. Both his mental coaching and his physical coaching for her were huge. She probably got a card from Coach Manny about once a week her entire time of treatment, and probably the year after treatment.
Burke's in the shotgun with Le'Veon to his right. Pump fakes to his left, unloads for the end zone. Leaping grab made by B.J. Cunningham. Touchdown, MSU!
There was a Saturday, and we were playing at Iowa. Kirk Cousins was the quarterback. I just remember saying, okay, I'm just gonna sit on my couch and watch this game. And I woke up that morning with a fever, and so they said I had to be admitted into the hospital because my counts were too low and it wasn't safe for me to be at home. Didn't get to see much of the game. I was so bummed at that time. And then it was about 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and I looked to my right out the glass window and in the door, and I said, Mom, I think Kirk Cousins is at the door. Man, that bad day just turned into one of the best days of my year of treatment. He's like, oh, did you see this? And I was like, Kirk, I didn't see any of it. Like, there were too many doctors. And then about 10 minutes later, another 10 guys start filing in my room. And man, that was one of those moments where I was like, you guys just came in clutch. Like, I was so down, and I couldn't even be happier at the moment.
She meant a great deal to us. We so enjoyed being able to lift her spirits as we played and as we won games, and she in turn lifted ours. And I remember jogging out for warm-ups for many of the home games, and she would be standing on the sidelines giving us all high fives, and we'd give her a hug, and it was a great year. We won a lot of close games. We're in contention for the Big Ten championship all season long, and it was very special to have her and her family around the team as we went through that season, because it also put the challenges of the season in perspective. And you're able to see that there's so much more to life than just football or this football season.
One thing we all learned very, very quickly about Paige was that her mantra was from Mark 5:36, do not be afraid, just believe. I think that's something that inspired them in their personal lives as well. When they were going through tough times, whether it was on the field, you know, wherever, on the field, off the field, in the classroom, whatever.
Just believe. Just believe. There's one of our little girls that, Paige Duren, is a young girl that is very close to our football team, constantly tells us. And that's what our guys did. Came back second half, I thought,
Hey Paige, I just want to say thank you. You're an inspiration to us all. Just wanted to say I'm so happy for you, so proud of you.
You know, the people all over the world, we just want to know that we love you and that we're excited to have you, back full strength.
You have made us better people from us knowing you.
You're an inspiration to all of us. I love you.
In the summer of 2012, I got my clear MRI back. Being with the football team, that was one of the most important things, was they gave me that quench of competitive nature, wanting to be competing against someone else. So I just always told Coach Manny I'd love to work for the football team and give back. And he's like, well, I can put you in contact with Cindy and she'll be able to help you. And when I would see Coach D, he'd be like, oh, you can do anything for us. We'd love to have you. Good morning, Spartan Football. This is Paige. How may I help you?
She was never outside of our program. She's always been inside of our program ever since 2011. So it was just an opportunity to bring her into the fold and make her a part of our everyday. It was very heartwarming to see her when you walk up the steps and there's Paige sitting at the desk. How are you? How are you today? So it's a good feeling.
It's just so hard for me to believe that, okay, there she was, that a little 11-year-old sixth grader, okay, then I look at her now, the young woman she's become, having gone through all the things that she's gone through and fought so hard with, that courage and character that she has. She's a freshman at Michigan State. She's a Michigan State Spartan. We are so lucky and fortunate to have her around us still. She's a true blessing to all of us.
And it's a testament to her, to her family, to the power of prayer, and to what community can do. I think we all together lifted one another's spirits, and it goes to show the power of community.
To see them be able to enjoy her presence now, and to her to still be able to enjoy their presence now as being a student, you feel like you've completed that circle.
There were times in her treatment that we didn't know if she'd make it to college or make it through the treatment. And so to have her in college now and to have her well, it's a miracle.
Hello, everybody from East Lansing. Spartans try to get back on the winning track this afternoon. This is a very dangerous Purdue football team. Coming off a win over Ohio State, can they sustain it? And how will the Spartans meet their emotion with emotion of their own? The run up by Cole Haan, the ball game's underway. On 3rd and 10, back to throw, feeling some heat. Throws to his right, throws on the run. This is intercepted at midfield by David Dowell. Rocky Lombardi takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle, on the money at the 25 for a first down to Darrell Stewart.
Coughlin is perfect this season, 8 of 8. And he squeezes that one inside the left upright, knocks it through from 40.
Snap back to Rocky Lombardi. Throws left side, Chambers with a catch in a crowd at the 35-yard line. That had to be a pinpoint pass. Now 48-yard try for Coughlin, who hit one from 43 earlier. Snap back, put down, kick. Long enough, and it's good! Being pressured, throws left side, knocked away. Beautiful play by Trey Person. Blau takes the snap back, feels some heat, rolls out to his left, and he won't get away. The Spartans knock him down. Got plenty of leg, though, and it splits the uprights, and the score is now tied. Snap back to Lombardi. Right side throw, caught by Darrell Stewart. He was double teamed, pulled it down anyway in Purdue territory. Snap back, right side throw, good hands catch by Matt Dotson. Matt Dotson drives against the Boilermakers. Snap back to Rocky Lombardi, left side throw, caught by Cam Chambers. First down inside the 15-yard line. Second down, 8 at the 11. Rocky Lombardi throws left side, goal line, caught by Darrell Stewart. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU! And Rocky Lombardi's very first career touchdown toss.
Congratulations, Rocky.
Justin Lane to the left, handoff to LJ, running room, and LJ's out to the 45-yard line. Play fake to LJ, over the middle throw, Dotson with a catch on the run. Matt Dotson with the grab. Matt Dotson's down to the 15-yard line. So a straight-on shot
for Coughlin. It's blocked.
And that's a big win for the Boilermakers defensively.
Huge win for the Boilermakers.
On the jet sweep, touchdown, right. And Purdue with seconds to go in the third quarter, make it a 4-point game.
Purdue's defense come alive the last couple of drives to give themselves an opportunity to get back in this game. Play fake by Blau to Knox. Starts to his right, throws back left to his tight end, and he's hammered, and he got the ball. Bryson Hopkins was drilled. The ball came loose. Michigan State up 3, 16-13. Snap back to Blau.
Good play.
More, and it is knocked away beautifully by Justin Lane.
For the tie. No good. Blocked. So each team has come up with a blocked field goal. But that one is crippling for the Boilermakers. With 2:11 to go.
30-second timeout.
Michigan State trying to close this out.
Flips it to Naylor and end around left to right. Starts to his right. He'll go back to the left. There's nobody in front of him except Rocky. He's at the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, MSU. Kurt making another big defensive play. Looking to go. And here's a throw and a pick. Matt Morrissey intercepts David Blau. This Michigan State defense, they came to play, they showed up, and they showed out, and really helped get Michigan State back to a victory.